Realtor, Kara Kay. Good morning to you, Kara. Great to see you.
Morning, Liz. Thanks for having me.
So, this is the time where so many people are wondering, what's going to happen with the real estate market. First question I have for you is, what do you think will happen for the remainder of 2020? What are your thoughts?
I'm eager to talk about this because it is at the top of everyone's minds. If you want to buy a house, if you live in a house, you want to know what's going to happen with the market. And so there are a lot of opinions going out on the internet. And so I want to keep today pretty facts-based. And what we can look at is 38 million Americans lost their jobs in the pandemic. And so that's a huge number. And everyone wants to know why it hasn't really affected the real estate economy. And so I want to focus mainly on San Diego as a whole. We have kind of this safety blanket when it comes to if we're looking at employment. So 51% of our jobs are backed by military, government, healthcare, scientific, technical, and professional. And for that reason alone, no matter what part of history that we're in, we are seeing that these jobs are essential. And so it's being proven right now in this pandemic, those are the people who still need housing. And what happened was when everything happened, sellers started to get a little bit timid. And so we had an inventory problem even prior to this. And now that people have taken a step back from listing, we still have the same amount of demand. And so it's still that economics 101, supply versus demand. And I think that's the reason why we haven't seen much of a shift. Through the end of 2020, will we see maybe a decrease, maybe a 2 to 3% with all the variables happening? We're in an electoral year, maybe, but I mean, nobody can count on it. If I could predict the future, I probably wouldn't be a realtor.
Yeah, no kidding, right? So it doesn't look like the San Diego real estate market is going to take too much of a ding at the end of the year here. After all, Kara, this is San Diego, one of the most desirable places to come live, and you're still seeing that, right?
Yeah, you nailed it. It really is one of the most desirable places for people to want to come to. Granted, we have some people moving out of state for tax purposes, but that hasn't changed the demand for the housing that we have here. And we can look at that if we compare prices in 2020 as compared to prices in 2019 or even years prior. In the US as a whole, we're seeing a 1.4% median increase. So that's in the sales price. And then if we look at San Diego as a whole, the average sales price is even higher as well. So with a diminished inventory, the writing's on the wall that the pricing is just going to keep going up, despite what we're seeing now.
And you know what? That's a good thing, especially if you are trying to sell your home, right? I mean, obviously you want to get as much as you can for your home.
Exactly. Yeah. Sellers are looking at the market and people want to time it out. Everyone wants to make sure that they're listing at the right time. But if you're looking right now, and no matter what price point you're looking at, from low 300,000 all the way up to the luxury market, we aren't seeing buyers skip a beat. We're still seeing multiple bids, and the sale price is pretty close to what properties are listed for, and it's the highest it's ever been. And that's a true testament to how many buyers are out there, and they want the inventory that's out there, the little bit that there is.
No kidding. So many more questions to ask you, but we will definitely need to have you back, Kara Kay, and tap into your expertise. We appreciate you coming on this Saturday morning. You doing well?
I am.
This weekend?
Yeah, you know what? Celebrating Memorial Day and just, keeping quarantine as chill as possible.
Yeah, right. I know. Okay, my friend. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate your shedding some light on the current state of the real estate market and where we may be headed. Appreciate it.
Thanks
Take
for
care.
having me.
And we'll be right back.